So part two, what does it look like to tangibly be in a life group? We know that in order to lead someone to the destination that we prefer, we have to have been there ourselves. And so it's not fair for us to ask our students to open up or to answer certain questions or really to be open to getting to know a complete stranger unless we're willing to do so ourselves. And so being in a community is very important. So the first video was just kind of announcing like, hey, I really want us to be in life groups, which is very important. But now I want it to be even more detailed in terms of, hey, what does this look like on a Wednesday night? Right? What does actually community look like on a Wednesday night? And so as leaders, we have that time right after our huddle to all the way up to about 6:25 to really get to know each other. And even throughout the night, there's different moments where we can talk, we can chat, but specifically like between 5:30 and 6:25 we have that chunk, that area where we as leaders can get to know each other. That's why we meet in the loop. That's why we have two different huddles, so Rochelle and Sean can really cast vision for what it looks like to be on their teams, but also for those areas and for our ministry to really feel like a family. um, Obviously there's so many new people and we're all still getting to know each other, uh, but I don't want that to be a hindrance on us growing together. Again, God blessed us with 174 students. That's not normal. It's not normal whatsoever. So, how do we respond to that? One of the best ways we can do that outside of partnering with parents and making sure we're reaching out to our students is, the need to know aspect, right? That comes down to just simply coming down to their level, having a conversation with them, right? Asking pointed questions or even asking open ended questions at times. Be okay if there's awkward silence. So, hey, we just wrestled with the idea of slacktivism tomorrow night. What does that mean to you to have a slacktivism type of mindset when it comes to the gospel? Or what does it mean to you specifically when someone that says one thing but go ahead and does another, and you have like silence for like 30 seconds? Crickets. That's okay. Like seriously, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We want to make sure students know that they have a safe place to come and to open up. But just feel free and know that every Wednesday night is you're building equity. Okay, you're building equity. You're investing in them, and so if any of you are in the stock market or own your own homes or car or whatever, equity is very important, right? And so the more equity you have, certain things, the more wealth you have overall. And so we want to make sure our equity with these students are just top notch. So proud of all you. This is part two of community. So again, we're focusing on what does it look like to be in a community. Okay, have a life group. So that's outside of Switch. That could be a part of Switch, but I really want to establish some Switch specific life groups for Switch leaders only. I don't know what it looks like, but I think that's a great area for us to get started. Number two, um, what does it look like to be an authentic leader, right? That's one who listens first, talks second. Um, in our life group settings, in our small group settings, if we're the one talking the entire time, it's not going to be effective. So tomorrow night, don't go talking the whole time. Let your students talk. That's not the time for you to preach. It's not the time for you to show all your wisdom. There's moments for that. But if you're the one talking the entire time as a leader, you are not doing it right. Honestly, you're failing as their leader. Do not talk the entire time. Let them open up. And if they want to talk about Fortnite, if they want to talk about Beyonce, if they want to talk about whatever, let them talk about it for 5 minutes. But always, you're there to keep conversation going. But the more they know each other, the more that they're going to want to open up. Right. So let's establish this foundation of relationships, and then about 10 minutes in, start going deep. Hey, girls, guys, that's awesome. I know there's a lot of you who have a bunch of kids who already know each other. That's awesome. But let's go deep. Like get to know them, but let's go deep. Let's make it worth our time and their time. And so, again, number one, are you in a life group? Number two, specifically, hey, 1A, I'm sorry, are you interested in having a switch life group? And then number two, what does it look like to be an authentic leader that students can trust.